I'm gonna say something and it kind of like, it kind of hurts my soul a little bit. I don't think I like ballet flats.
Alexis Sunshine 83, it's always sunny here. Boop.
Hey Sunshiners, Alexis Sunshine 83 right here. So spring season is on its way and it's gonna be here before we know it. And with that comes spring fashion trends, and spring and fall I would say is probably my favorite time for fashion. It's just very inspiring. And so I wanted to now kind of go through the spring 2024 fashion trends. I will not be buying because right now I'm in a clear state of mind where I am holding on to kind of my initial reaction to these fashion styles, fashion trends that I've seen are predicted for springtime, and also different trends that I've seen kind of like bubbling and I just know are gonna hit the mainstream by springtime. And I'm really trying to be more mindful this year with just what I purchase, and especially when it comes to trying trends. I love thrifting trends and trying them and like, you know, stepping outside of my box as well. But this list, I just truly feel like these are the ones I need to skip because again, I just don't see the longevity within my personal wardrobe with getting them. And some of them I really love, but I don't need to own them. And I think that's something I'm like really trying to hold on to this year, is just because something's cute and I really like the style, but I just know I'm not gonna wear it, doesn't mean I need to own it. You know, I can appreciate it on other people. So if you like any of these trends, truly wear them, rock them. I love that for you. But for me, I'm trying to maybe be a little bit more strict this year when it comes to fashion trends and just like things I thrift. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so the first fashion trend style I will not be purchasing this year are these like mesh ballet flats. I saw on a bunch of different like magazine websites that these like mesh ballet flats are gonna be really big this year, and also almost like netting ballet flats and bedazzled ballet. I love a bedazzler, don't get me wrong. I love glitter, I love shiny stuff. But on a ballet flat, I'm gonna say something and it kind of like, it kind of hurts my soul a little bit. I don't think I like ballet flats, and I own 2 ballet flats, I'm pretty sure. And you know, I feel like the idea of them I really loved, and the outfits that I see people put together like on Pinterest with ballet flats, different colored ballet flats. I've read ballet flats and I love them. But whenever I'm editing a video where I'm wearing the ballet flats, I'm like, this doesn't look good. And I'm not a person that really cares about like an outfit being quote unquote flattering or like needing to look a certain way, but there is just something, and maybe it's because I have very flat feet. Like I have no arch in my feet, and this was kind of why I didn't like ballet flats from like previous, I guess it would be like the 2010s. My feet just look extremely flat. Like I have size 10 feet, 9.5 size 10 feet. And when I was younger, I used to be really insecure by like the size of my feet, which is just so silly. I can't lie, the ballet flat, I think emphasizes it even more when it's like a chunky shoe where it's got, you know, like just something a little chunk at the bottom. I feel like the overall look of it, I personally prefer on myself, whereas a super flat ballet flat, I've just grown to dislike on myself, and I keep wearing them in videos because I'm like, oh, but they could just add so much to this outfit. Like I see the potential, but I really hate them on myself. Like I think I am gonna say goodbye to my ballet flats, which it just kills me because I really love the idea of them. So the whole like mesh ballet flat is even more so like, no, I just can't imagine the things that would get into my shoes. Who is it by? I saw these like almost like even Mary Jane mesh shoes. I feel like this year is going to be like the year of mesh. Maybe it's because of the sheer clothing trend that then it's going to like the sheer shoe trend. I don't love that. I personally don't love showing my toes. I mean, the most I'll do is like a sandal. Reluctantly, honestly, sometimes. I totally get having like a funky sock with them, and that could be totally fun, but I would just rather not. You may be kind of shaking your head like, leopard print, Alexa? Don't you own leopard print? And Yes, which is why I want to put it on this list, because I own, I think, 3 things that are leopard print, and I feel totally fine with just those 3 things. And I just feel like leopard print is going to become so mainstream trendy, which is totally fine. Like, it's great for us all to love something. Like, there's nothing wrong with being like all the other girls, you know what I mean? But I just know myself and I get obsessed. If I like one thing, I need like 20 of them, and I'm really trying to break that type of habit. And I feel like leopard print is definitely the pattern where I could obsess over it and just thrift anything and everything that is leopard print. Whereas right now in this moment, I'm like, I don't want to buy any more leopard print. I feel good with the pieces that I own. I thrifted leopard print jeans, or I mean, I got them secondhand from Poshmark, and those were like a big thing on my thrift wish list. And so that's just like a check mark, and I'm good. I'm good with that. Again, I just know there's gonna be so many cute clothes that are leopard print that are going to influence me or try to influence me to buy. Even though it's like at the thrift store, I'm just gonna see it so much on Pinterest and other people wearing it, and I'm telling myself, don't do that. This one may be a little like niche. I feel like it just depends on what side of TikTok you're on, but the balloon jean by Free People has been all over my TikTok For You page, and obviously it's by Free People, so like I'm already not going to necessarily like buy from them. I majority, like 90% of my clothes I buy secondhand, but I wanted to put it on here because I could totally see me get influenced to then try to find it on Poshmark or Depop. And it's just a style of jean that I don't really feel like a void in what I already own. You know, like when you just feel like, oh, I would really like this style of jean for this purpose, like there's a reason. The balloon jean really doesn't do anything for me. This one may be a little bit more towards summertime, but I feel like spring and summer, sometimes the trends kind of like blend together. And I've seen a lot of different articles about it, which is the whole like mermaid core vibe trend kind of continuing on this year. I saw it in more kind of like pastel, mint green, blue, pink, purple, and then also shells, necklaces, earrings, that type of thing. And I have weirdly come into contact with a lot of shell necklaces or a lot of accessories that have shells on them, and every single time I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so like mermaid core. I should buy this, because like I was able to find it secondhand. And sometimes it's almost about, I guess, like not bragging, but I obviously want to inspire other people to buy secondhand. So when I find something that's considered trendy secondhand, like I almost want to buy it to be like, see, you can find this secondhand. But if I don't like it, or if I'm like not gonna wear it, I feel like that defeats the whole like thing I'm trying to like push to people. And shells in general I think are beautiful, and kind of the silhouettes of this type of trend I think is great, but really it's just not me. And if I took away this aesthetic, or the fact that I saw it on a magazine's website that it was trending, I just wouldn't buy it for myself. I really don't see shells really going with my style. Not really the same as like mermaid core, but I mean they both have to do with the sea, which is sailor tops. And I've seen a small amount of people talk about this, but I definitely see it becoming trendier as we go through this year. And I feel spring and summer is gonna be the time it kind of like booms more mainstream. And the sailor collar top, again, I haven't seen it a bunch of places, so I don't have as many like inspo photos, but this style of top you would think would be like my bread and butter. I mean, I love a collar, but I think my preference in the type of collars I have are very different than the sailor top collar. And this does intrigue me. It definitely intrigues me. And I've even looked on Depop for like a sailor collar top, because I was like, oh, this is something different. It has a collar, this makes sense. But then I kind of like sat with it and I was like, what would that go with? And I already own a lot of big collar tops that I prefer and that I feel I can style in the way that I would want, whereas the sailor top, I kind of can just style it in one way with what I own in my personal style. Other people are able to style it in just like the coolest ways, and again, if I saw someone walking with a sailor top on, I would give them claps. Again, I want to include it because I know give it like a couple of weeks, I would try to find it on Depop. Even if I'm able to try it on at the thrift store, I feel like still I would be like, am I just buying this because it's supposed to be a trend or like other people are wearing it, or do I actually like it? And I like it on other people, so I'm gonna keep it or give it to other people. I'm not gonna thrift it. In previous trend videos, I'm pretty sure I've talked about fringe. I think because it just reminds me of Coachella 2013, like all that fringe. I just have a memory attached to it. But I will say, from what I saw, it was more kind of like the flapper style dress with fringe, and I think that is really cute. In a lot of different outfits, I definitely see the addition of the fringe really adding something. Just for me, it's not something I would wear, and I actually had found this like beautiful leather fringe jacket at the Rose Bowl flea market a couple of months ago. It was in this like gorgeous warm brown, and when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, this jacket is so cute. And then I stopped and I was like, oh, but it has fringe on it. And I just know I don't like fringe. And so I left it. And since then, I've thought in my head like, oh, you should have gotten it though. The fringe, like, it adds to the vintage feel of it, and like other people would have loved it. But my initial reaction was this jacket would have been better if it didn't have fringe. It's always just a style that I feel like doesn't really go with me. Again, as much as I'm into collars, I think I'm specifically into big frilly collars, because polo shirts, oh, I absolutely hate a polo shirt. I'm so sorry. The only good thing about a polo shirt trending is you can find it at the thrift store. 100%. Do not buy a polo shirt new. You can find every style, pattern, color at a thrift store. The only time I really wore a polo shirt was when I was in private school and we had these like yellow and green polo shirts that we had to wear, and I was only there for like 2 years, yet it's like ingrained in my mind, the polo shirt. I was pretty surprised to see a full article about how gray is gonna be like a mainstream trendy color for this spring, and I have a complicated relationship with the color gray because I don't hate it, but I don't love it. It's not a color that I put on that I'm excited about. Black and white, excited about. I own maybe only like 3 things that are gray, and I'm kind of good with that. I did go through a little bit of a moment of really wanting a gray blazer. I almost bought the Jerf Avenue like gray $200 blazer. I think it would have been a beautiful blazer, but I just don't think it would have been something that I would have gravitated as much as I thought I would, and as much as other people have. For people that love the color gray, this is your time to shine. With a lot of these, my reasoning for not wanting to buy them is a lot of times just on experience of already owning it and regretting the purchase, never wearing it. And snake print is definitely one of those patterns that I've owned once and I never wore it. Like, I just found I didn't like anything I put together with it. And I've seen other people with like snake print jeans that I'm like, this is so cute, like I love this on you, but on me, I just really can't see the vision. I don't really love it. I don't really care for snakes. I'm sorry snake community. It's just not a pattern I've ever seen and been like, I like that. Whereas leopard print, I'm like, okay, I feel more comfortable. I like, maybe it's because it's a cat. I saw it on a spring list for like snake print shoes, and at first I was like, I'm good. And then second, I was like, wait, but like, sometimes I think in my head, like, how can I implement patterns and colors? Because I get comments all the time that are like, you just wear the same thing, all you wear is black, you need different patterned shoes. And to like I guess, appease those people and to make my style more interesting. That's where I try to find different patterns and colors that I could implement in a way. And so I feel like snake print would be one of those where I'm like, oh, well, this is different. This is something I don't own. So like I need to include it so my outfits look different and it doesn't look like I just wear jeans all the time, blah, blah, blah. But no, I can implement that sort of thing with something that I do actually like. There is definitely something wrong with me in that whenever I see a purse or a bag that doesn't have a strap, ooh, it angers me so much. Even something that's not crossbody, I'm instantly angry. Basically anything, or even just like a short chain or a short purse strap, angry, because all I'm thinking about is how annoying that purse is to be holding. And a clutch, I mean, I maybe if I like did more things, an outfit with a clutch, super cute, love it. That's for the fashion. It's really not for the comfort. And as somebody that is not really into bags, like I own 4 bags and even that I feel overwhelmed. I'm like, I own too many bags. This is just an obvious no for me. And especially oversized clutch bag, love an oversized purse, but a clutch even more so. I hate that even more. Like just have it be small, although then you wouldn't lose it, because that's something, without a strap I'm gonna lose a purse. And that's why even just the little shoulder bags, like, ugh, it's just, ugh, it's so annoying. And I'm gonna put it down and I'm gonna lose it. Maybe a surprising one, but something I do not want to buy this spring is floral print. And I own floral print. I like floral print, but I've noticed I'm a lot more picky with the floral print I wear, and I don't know exactly what kind of floral print I like. There's tops that I own that have a floral print that I never wear because of the floral print. And I've just found a lot of pieces that I thrift that are floral, I end up just not wearing them. And so I'm putting a floral pattern ban on myself, and springtime is the time for floral. So I feel like this maybe isn't the best, but also again, the floral print that I own I like and I enjoy, and I need to redirect my attention to the floral print I already own. So again, these are ones that it's not necessarily like I'm not going to wear them. I'm just going to focus on the ones that I own and not buy any additional of that, kind of similar to the leopard print. I originally was gonna say camo pants are something that I will not be buying this spring, but something got me even more, which is the camo skirt, a camo maxi skirt. I know some of you are like, what in the world? But stay with me. Camo jeans have definitely popped up as a trend the past, like, I would say month, and I 100% was getting influenced. I was on Depop. If you go to my Depop likes, you'll see so many camo jeans. When I went thrifting in January, basically the video I just posted on Wednesday, the thrift trip, I found these camo pajama pants, and instantly I was like, I'm totally good with this. If I owned camo jeans, I don't think I would wear them as much as I think I would. That is a trend that I would be buying just because it's trendy, because other people are wearing it and I'm being influenced. If you asked me 6 months ago about camo jeans, I would have been like, what are you talking about? I saw Miss Katie rocking a camo maxi skirt and I was like, uh-oh, new obsession has unlocked. I need a camo skirt. Almost feel like camo print, I need to wait a year to buy it, which I know probably sounds really silly of like, well, if you like it, like just buy it now. But I need to prove to myself that even if it's considered outdated, I'm still gonna wear it after it's potentially fallen. I love being late to trends because then you really get to see what you truly like and what you truly enjoy. Also, then a lot of times that trend has died and it's at the thrift store or people are selling it on Depop and Poshmark, so finding it secondhand is a lot easier. And so I think this is something that I'm putting a rule in myself that I need to wait like 6 months. Like I said, this list is very personal, and so I don't think this is gonna, actually this will be something for a lot of people, but the reasoning is gonna be different. The Stomp Clog Crocs. I do love a croc. I have some pink crocs. They're my house shoes. They're very comfortable. I run into things a lot. I literally, because I wasn't wearing my crocs, I ran into my coffee table and one of my toes is like completely bruised up. So I have to wear my crocs. As a fashion item, I wouldn't wear them out of the house. Personally, I think because they are my house shoe, I wouldn't wear my house shoe out because then it would be dirty. But I don't think I would buy a new pair of crocs to then wear outside. For me, they're just not an outside shoe. Just preference wise, maybe because they have so many holes, and it's kind of that same thing with the mesh ballet flat. The ballet flat is like a separate thing. The mesh thing is like stuff getting in it. There have been many platform crocs, different, you know, just brands doing weird things with crocs, and I have not felt anything for them. But the stomp clog, and I don't even like clogs. I've literally anti-hauled clogs before because I just will not wear them. But this has a backing, and I've seen 2 other like creators, like random people that are just wearing it for like casual wear. And then I saw it on Urban Outfitters website and I was like, uh-oh. Similar to the camo skirt. It's like, ding ding, I want this, I need this in my life. And then I have to take a step back and be like, whoa, whoa. This is not something that I think would be every day. I would probably fall in them. The great thing with my Crocs is they are flat, and I like, a shoe can't have too much of an insole because I'll fall like I did a couple of years ago, and that has scarred me, where platform shoes, I'm just not able to wear them like I used to because I'm scared. And so there can't be too much of a chunky insole, but there needs to be enough. And the clog croc I think would be too much, but I love the silhouette and I actually really love them. The last thing is, I guess, kind of similar to mermaid core, where it's a lot of things like in one, but it is the office siren aesthetic, and like geek chic, I guess you could also include, is like the small tiny glasses, pencil skirts. Definitely, I mean, in the way that's being shown, not very office appropriate, I would say. But even like the non-office appropriate ones and office appropriate ones, maybe if I worked in an office, yes, but I hate everything about it in regards to my style. Again, I talked about gray. Like, there's a lot of gray in it. I hate a pencil skirt. I hate a knee-length skirt. I've really accepted that I absolutely hate a skirt that hits the knee. Ugh. But everything about this is just so opposite to my style. And the small glasses I had tried on at a Savers, I think in December, in a thrift with me, and I was like, absolutely not, these look so bad on me. And somebody was like, no, they actually do look good on you. And I like looked back and I was like, I could see it, but I just prefer a chunkier, big, wide frame glasses. And just because maybe you look good in something doesn't mean that you have to wear it. I mean, I don't think I looked that good, so I'm not trying to like toot my own horn of like, oh my god, I look so good in the tiny sunglasses, guys, but I'm not gonna wear them. When that person had commented that they were like, oh, you actually did look good in the small glasses, I was like, wait, so then should I buy some small glasses? But no, I think really, again, change your mind about a trend. I've made videos about that where I absolutely hated the trend and now it's like a core part of my personal style. Like, that totally happens. But I think it just depends on the item, and something like a glasses, especially because I need prescription glasses, like that would be a lot of money to buy something that I'm already like initially, oh, I don't like this, you know, type of thing, versus maybe like a jacket and owning one and like trying to, you know, see, I don't know. This is just a no for me. Alrighty, I feel like this entire video, I was like, it's a no for me personally, but you do you. And I always say in trend related videos that wear whatever makes you happy, whether it is a trend or not. These types of videos are just for fun. And I think something like this could be really helpful, in not only for myself, honestly, but for other people as well, because I think sometimes it is so easy to get wrapped up in trends and being influenced. Again, I will probably still get influenced by certain ones, but I'm hoping to like stay true and be like, Alexa, you would not actually like this. Let me know in the comments right down below what spring trends you will not be buying this year, and that are like on your anti-haul, ones I talked about, ones I didn't talk about. If you would like to see my face again, then make sure to subscribe right down below and hit that little bell to be notified every time I make a new video. And also don't forget to follow me on Instagram, which is alexsunshine83. I will see you in my next video, and I hope you have a super sunny day. Bye!